Manchester United confirmed on Wednesday that Paul Pogba will leave the club on a free transfer this summer. The former England midfielder Carlton Palmer told talkSPORT yesterday that United have failed the £90 million World Cup winner.
I can understand the argument about his inconsistency. Has he fulfilled his talent at Manchester United coming back the second time? No, he hasn't. What I will say is that you've bought a player for £90 million. You know how that player plays. Paul Pogba is not a player that's going to... he's not going to sort of galvanise the side. What Paul Pogba is, you're icing on your cake. So you've got to get the side properly organised in terms of defensively, midfield structure-wise, for him to allow him to have the freedom that he does have with the national team. Why does it, when he goes and plays for the national team, that he performs consistently?
Okay, so that's Carlton Palmer's view on it. Ray, do you agree with what he says? Have they failed him?
No, I sometimes I've seen Paul Pogba play and I'm thinking, come on, liven up a bit, you know. As a player, you got to perform every week. You got to put the effort in every week, and I haven't seen that in a Man United shirt. So I can see what Carlton's coming from, because in the national side, he's got Kante around him, who's doing his hard work, and he's a player, but it just hasn't worked out for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out as a player. It's a lot of money to spend. He was a big signing for Manchester United. Everybody thought, and you go back to Sir Alex Ferguson, really, when he let him go. You know, he wasn't his sort of player, was he?
Well, there was a reason.
There's a reason why he let him go. Because most young players, Sir Alex Ferguson must have looked at him and said, "Well, his dedication is not right. Or something's wrong. That's why he let him go." And then he's come back to the club, and maybe it's still the same. I don't know. Sometimes you don't change your...
I'm sure you saw the rumours that Manchester City were at one stage linked with him, it seemed, and it was Paul Pogba himself that came out and said, no, I can't cross that divide, can't live in Manchester and play for City.
A little bit like Ronaldo.
I bet you Pep Guardiola was over the moon when he said that.
Well, do you know what? But what I was going to ask them, would you take him at your respective clubs?
No.
No.
But I'm not saying, excuse me, good riddance to him. But
he's a good brand, isn't he?
It's a great brand, but that's all he is. He's a talented player. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a talent.
You don't think he could do a job for Newcastle? No.
Well, no, but I wouldn't want him to do a job for Newcastle, because I don't think he fits in with what Newcastle want as a. He's here for himself. He was there for himself. And unless you're sort of Cristiano Ronaldo, who's going to score you 30-odd goals a season, he didn't give enough for me where, in tough times, he didn't give... If I was a supporter, I'm going, what has he given me as a supporter?
I think Harmy...
Do you know what I mean? Do you know, if I'm sitting in the stand and I'm thinking, what has he given me as a supporter? I'll give you an example. You're talking about Newcastle. I look at Bruno Guimaraes, who naturally is probably not as talented as Paul Pogba. But I tell you what, when he come off a pitch, 52,000 fans know what that guy's done for me as a supporter. I don't get that with Paul Pogba. And everybody's different when it comes to mentality and how their sort of demeanour is and stuff like that. But I've never seen him score a goal and really think, do you know what? 74,000 fans have really appreciated me scoring that goal. I think I've scored that goal for Paul Pogba. And for me, I think the Premier League's better than that. I think Manchester United are better than that. They deserve better than that. And I think Paul Pogba came back to Manchester United for the brand Paul Pogba and not for the football shirt that he was wearing and the people that paid the money to have him in their club. If I was a Manchester United fan, I'd say talented boy, but I think we can do better for our club when it comes to the personality.
What I say about players is that if I was a manager, I want a player to be 7 or 8 out of 10 every week. Now, Paul Pogba, he can be a 9 out of 10, no problem. But then he can be a 4 out of 10. And that's consistency is the most important thing. Now, going back to his performance for France, you're not playing on a weekly basis, are you, with France? You know, you can turn up and play brilliant and no problem. Yeah. But it's that weekly turns up every week. And now I look at him sometimes and I look at the game and he's been brilliant. Absolutely, but following week, where is he? He's not showing, and that's what you don't want as a manager, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, do you know
want someone who's going to be 7 or 8 out of 10 every week because you know what they can do for the side.
Do you know what I found interesting when I was listening to Carlton Palmer there, and he's talking about him being the icing on the cake, and obviously Man United not working to his strengths. But there's a part of me that felt listening to that. Well, he was a luxury player more than anything then, and it just didn't.
But you still
work.
got hard.
No, absolutely. But my point is, £90 million wasted essentially on a luxury player that
you
didn't
can't always
deliver.
play well every week, but it's the energy, the way you apply yourself to a game. Now he probably can go missing in games, and he don't look like he's trying. He's not playing for the shirt and all that sort of stuff. So. That's the problem I've had with him. We all know he's got great talent. We all know he's a fantastic player. He wouldn't have played for Juventus and France.
Well, this is it. There's a reason he was then valued at 90
Can he do it every
£90 million.
week, though? Probably not.
Well, he must have. Obviously, he did, as you pointed out, at Juventus, because that's why he was, in the end,
does
was
it
sold
suit
for
him a
90
little bit
million.
better than
Well,
the league,
I was going to say,
maybe?
is that the difference? Is it the Serie A as opposed to Premier League that's better for Paul Pogba?
Maybe. Look, it happens a lot. Look, Spanish league, La Liga as well. Sometimes it's a slower build up, and then it's quick fire the last third usually. So I think it's a bit more intense, the Premier League, and whether he's not suited to that, I don't know.
I just think as well I think the personality. Look, Paul Pogba wasn't. You can't blame Paul Pogba for the situation at Manchester United Football Club. Nowhere at all. No. But I don't think Paul Pogba buys into the brand of Manchester United or the brand of the football club he plays for. I think it was, and I think characters like that use things as an excuse. And unfortunately, I think with everything that was happening with Manchester United, both with the manager, with the supporters, not having to go with the Glazers and stuff like that, I think it was an easy excuse for Paul Pogba to just look after Paul Pogba. And I don't think Manchester United needed that at the time. I think they needed players. If I was Manchester United, I was more disappointed. Not more disappointed, but looking at the character of Juan Mata's leaving than Paul Pogba. I really would. And the two players, completely different, different qualities, and Paul Pogba more talented than many others in the Premier League. But what Mata did and how he carried himself at Manchester United Football Club over Paul Pogba, I think I'd be disappointed more that his career's come to end at Manchester United than Pogba's.
Yeah, Mata, Lingard also leaving this summer. A big summer ahead for Manchester United.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.